Braden was doing exactly what most martial arts school owners do, wearing every single hat. He was teaching the kids, working the front desk, going to school, and trying to run the marketing himself. He even hired an agency to help, but they ghosted him. Zero communication. He was still doing half of the work, and they were just stuck at 40 members. They were maybe getting like one or two signups a month. So then Braden came to us. We didn't just run the ads, we actually communicated. We gave him the systems, the sales training, and the follow up support, so he didn't even have to follow up with a single lead himself. And in less than a month with us, Braden signed up over 11 new members. He went from 40 students to nearly 60. And most importantly, he got his time back to focus on teaching and growing the school in other areas. In this interview, Braden breaks down exactly how he stopped chasing leads, how he learned to handle objections and close faster with our systems, and what it actually looks like to have a marketing partner instead of a ghost agency. So if you're tired of doing all the work yourself, watch this.
Hey everyone, this is Robert Azuri in marketing. I'm here with Braden from Somos Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, based in Maryland.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Lovely. He's had massive success in his first month here. I think from our end, we've really seen him go out and apply the techniques we've been teaching at a really fast and effective rate. And that's led to some really cool success within that first month working with us, maybe a little bit longer now, right? 6 weeks. So we just wanted to interview him, get a good idea of what's been working well, what he's applied, and ultimately, hopefully that will help you guys as well, build your own martial art gyms and apply some of these techniques yourself. So welcome, Braden. Do you want to just let them know a little bit about yourself? How long have you ran the gym for? What's your background?
Yep. Yeah. So I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a majority of my life. Since I was about around 9 years old. My father put me in it, and my father's dream has always been to open a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. And he had come up to me about a year ago and had asked me, "Hey, I would love to open up a gym with you, seeing as I'm very interested and I love to teach kids jiu-jitsu." So naturally, I said, "Of course." So I joined the business with him, and we've been open for a little less than a year. Our anniversary is in about a month, so um, I'm very happy to be doing that. And jiu-jitsu is pretty much everything to me. I tried football, tried all of it, but jiu-jitsu is where I land, and I really like to teach the kids jiu-jitsu. And me and him have been an unstoppable workforce, seeing as he's got the experience in jiu-jitsu, being a black belt, and I've got the teaching skills and patience. So we work pretty well hand in hand.
Awesome. And so you're around 40 members when you started working with us, and you're just under 60 now, right? So you've just worked your way
Yes,
up to
correct.
60.
Yep.
Um, what what's the main problem you were facing before working with us? Because I know you've worked for previous agencies before, but
Yep.
like just thinking about that build up for the last year since you've launched, what have been the key
Mhm.
issues you've kind of had?
Yeah. So the issue with previous agencies that we were using was lack of communication from the agency for the most part. It felt like I was kind of doing 50-50 of their work, editing videos, making ads for the most part. We were getting maybe 1 to 2 leads in every week, and maybe 2-3 signups a month before using Azorian. And it was very, very, very hard because my father runs a separate business, and I am also in school. So I try and give our business, Somos Jiu-Jitsu, as much effort as I can. But one man can only do so much with, working the front desk and doing the marketing. So the drastic difference was Azorian has beautiful communication. They're always on top of everything, bi-weekly check-ins, talking about sales, potential signups, people, help, anything you need. They will role play scenarios for you, help you out in any way possible to have you succeed. And I think that is the real difference between other agencies and Azorian, because Azorian is very they feel like your buddies who are trying to just help you get out the sandbox, right? Rob here is one of my good friends. You know, I talk to Sam a lot, and they truly just want to see you succeed. And who better to have next to you by your side? You know, the thing is with other agencies, they're very, very big corporations, and they've got other people that they're working with. So they kind of, you being a small business owner, they kind of push you to the side and don't give you as much communication as where here in Azorian they are very on top of everything, responding within 24 hours, and it's beautiful work they do,
That's
and
awesome, man.
very helpful.
Because I think you've been brilliant to work with as well, especially like collaborative experience. I guess in terms of balancing business, school, or like all those different elements, us stepping in,
Mhm.
having maybe that more personal connection, doing the follow-up into how has that actually affected your personal life and
It's helped me a lot. I can focus on school a bit more because I've got you guys helping me out with marketing. All I've got to do is really, you know, send over a couple videos, and I don't have to edit them or, you know, do anything much. And it works. It helps take a lot of the load off my shoulders. Um, you know, and I'm already focused with teaching the kids and running the curriculum in the school. So doing everything all at once is a very big weight. And
yeah,
as we know, marketing and everything online is very important nowadays to get people in the door and to sign up. So Azorian has been taking that big weight off my shoulders, helping me excel in school. You know, I'm able to study more, helping me focus on the children more in the academy, which is what we care about. Because once more effort goes one place, some effort leaves from another, right? So it's
yeah.
very helpful for you guys to help me and help my gym succeed, especially with, you know, the kids. Essentially, you guys are essentially helping my children learn better jiu-jitsu. So I'm really appreciative of that.
I love that. And I guess aside from communication, what's the real big differences you've seen working with us compared to other agencies you've tried in the past?
The biggest difference between you and other agencies, besides communication, is responsiveness. You guys respond very quickly. Um, you guys, even when we're not talking, you have a school system to teach me how to sell better or excel in my business in general, right? Like running my team and how to operate, what to do when this happens, what to do when that happens, right? And we don't have to be on a one-on-one. I can always look at the beautiful videos you guys set up to help me succeed. So I would say, besides the communication, you guys offer a lot of value and personal interest in improving my business, and it's very, very, very helpful.
Talk more about ourselves because I know that's something we've really worked on, especially for the last couple of weeks now, is that
Mhm.
objection handling, ability to sell, like that process for you. Where do you see you've made the most improvement? Like, how's that impacted your sales process?
I think I've definitely become more confident in my sales and closing quicker for sure. I used to have a very big issue with, you know, when people would come in, I kind of wouldn't push them to try and sign up as much as I do now, right? You guys have taught me kind of this big layout of what to go through, how to approach it, and how to get people in the door or in the gym. And it's helped me tremendously as a salesperson. And whenever I have an issue or whenever, let's say there's a recurring event or interaction that keeps happening with multiple different leads, I can just shoot you guys a text, and you text me within mostly within the hour of what I can do, how I can fix this. Maybe we can hop on a call, role play the scenario. Um, just get me better at selling in general, and it's such a big difference because the other agencies weren't doing this. This is something I've never seen before in any other agency. This is something that is very new to me, and it's very, very, very shocking how much of a difference it is compared to you guys. And it's phenomenal.
Yeah. And it's awesome to see because I think that close rate over the last month's been really good. Like in terms of getting leads through the door, you actually signing them
Yep.
up the day or with a follow-up. Like what is that sales process for you once a lead walks through the door? How do you welcome them? What's your process for after class? Like how is it that you're getting those sign-ups so quickly now?
So when people walk in, we have them obviously sign a waiver, right? Can't have anybody on the mat without that. But we welcome them as warm as possible because jujitsu, as we all know, is a pretty intimidating thing. Combat sports in general, they're linked with um, a violent picture around them, and we just want to show people that um, anybody is welcome. Any age, size, gender, whatever it may be, anyone is welcome in the gym, and we are more than happy to help them. We ease them in very, very slowly because we know jiu-jitsu can be very exhausting, very good cardio. So we warm them up, never put them in uncomfortable situations. We reassure them, make sure we're there for them. And if they need anything to talk about, we're there all the time. Now, once class is over and everybody's talking with each other, we come up to them, ask them what did they like about the class, right? Don't ask how did you like the class because they could say something bad. You have to ask kind of what did you like about it, right? So
Nice.
you're kind of pinpointing straight to that positive side of the class, right? And they talk to us. This is something I've never done. We introduce them to the team. A lot of the people here at our community are loving people. They just want to see you do good and progress. So not only am I impacting that person with when I'm talking to them, the community is as well because they're talking to them saying, "Hey, I'm happy you could be here." Everybody's supportive, and then I have the person, go to the locker rooms and change up and meet me at the front desk where I'll show them the pricing and whatnot and how we go about things. I also offer, different installment plans. I let them know that I'm available at all times, giving them my phone number, my card, the schedule. I let them know anything they need to work out. If they are having trouble financially with, the installments, we can work something out, right? There's always a way to get people to try jujitsu, and that's what I'm trying to do, right? I give them options and different ways of paying so that we can get them started as soon as possible, right? I compliment them on how well they're doing. I reassure them that a lot of people don't even get on the mat. So just jumping on the mat and doing a class is already a phenomenal step to progressing. So, a lot of these people are walking in looking for something new to try or something that will empower them as a person. I've met a lot of people, who are lost in what they want to do, and whether they're 18, 27, 40 years old, they always find their love within jujitsu, and it's beautiful to touch on that and let them know that what they're doing is truly exceptional because a lot of grown-ups or adults can barely make it on the mat. So being there, being there talking to me, I let them know that that is within an accomplishment. They should be in awe throughout that entire week that they came to train and they faced a challenge. So I make
Mm.
that person feel special, and that's how we are with all of our students.
Yeah, and that goes a long way. I think having that positive environment, being in a position where you're making that pitch and the stuff easy, right? The installment plans, having those available options. When that someone does hit you with an objection, like what would you say the most common ones are? How have you been learning to overcome those? Like how would you overcome those common
Yeah.
objections now?
Yeah. So common objections would be, for example, people say, I cannot, make it Monday. Let's say somebody's schedule is very different, right? And they can't
Mhm.
make it 2 days out of the week or a day out of the week. And I let them know that, um, of course, doing jujitsu, you need to actually attend to get better at it. But it only takes about 2 to 3 classes per week to truly scale that ladder. And if somebody is struggling with coming on a Monday, we can have them only come, let's say Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, right? Or we can arrange a sort of schedule for them so that they can show up on times, and we'll be expecting them, right? So a lot of people say, oh, this might not fit my schedule, this, that, and the third. And we let them know that we can work out some sort of time sheet for them so that they can pop in and then they can also leave at the same time because we want to respect people's schedules. Another thing I also find is people want to use the full free trial, which it's okay. I understand. People want to get what they're signing up for. But often people will use the people who use the full trial. So we typically have a 3-day trial.
Hmm.
Once they don't sign up on the second, it gets a little iffy if they're going to sign up on the third. And it happens. Many people try it for those 3 days and they disappear, right? And that's been a big obstacle for me, kind of reeling people in, because people make not excuses, but they will make any way to try and not talk to you about the sign up and whatever it may be. And then it becomes this cat and mouse game where I'm kind of chasing people through text messages and calls saying, hey, you were interested and you never showed up for, possibly joining the team. I was wondering how we could get you back in the gym. Is it something we did? Stuff like that. So if there was any big obstacle I'm going through is definitely closing after the second day or third day, it may be. So, and ways I've been trying is actually on Wednesday, we'll be role playing a scenario like that.
Yep.
Because that's the most uh,
Co- Common.
current event that happens. Because we typically sign people up around the first or second day. And when people are looking at, our prices and I see that they're getting a little iffy, I can read the facial expressions. When they get iffy, I offer them, our special. Um, but our special is only available before the second session. So you cannot train on the third session and get the special, right? It's only limited between that first and second day. So that special has helped me capitalize and bring those people in because the special is also a smaller rate and shorter term. So people feel more comfortable committing to that. And it's been working very well.
What specifically is it? What is that fast action incentive that gets people signing up a little bit quicker than previously that we've worked on?
Um, I think because our rates are, they range between $169 to 210, right? And some people they see that and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to be paying this once per month, or I have to be paying $80 per month, whatever it may be. And they get a little shocked, right? Because typically, you go to a conventional weight gym, and you're paying maybe 30, $50 for a month of training at LA Fitness, right? Um, and when I see these people's facial expressions, I explain to them, you're getting professional coaching from verified sources. Our team is very professional, and we've been around for a couple of years now. And then once I introduce that special, it's a significantly lower rate. So people feel a little bit more comfortable going for that. It's more of a median range that they're like, okay, I can do this, right? We go from 180, 170 down to 130, right? And it's for 3 months. So 130 per month of those 3 months. But the only catch is you have to buy or purchase your own uniform, right?
Hmm.
So with that special, people have also been more inclined in buying a uniform, seeing as the uniform is a really big investment, especially for new people. So I just let them know, we can split the uniform payment between all 3 months, or we can just pay it outright on the first, right? But after this one payment, it will be that's it. You have, your uniform, your belt, everything you need. So people have been more inclined because it's kind of a starter bundle and it catches the eyes better, seeing as it's our lowest rate. Whenever I say that, people get more interested because it's the lowest rate we've got. And of course, people love a deal, right?
Everyone loves a deal. Yeah. And
Mhm.
I think that ability to maybe miss out on something if they're on the edge, that's just what they need to like jump off and push forwards, right? And
Yeah.
then over the last month, then what have been the results? Like, what were you getting before in terms of member signups? What have you got over the last month? Like, what's been the actual end result of all of that effort?
So that system that I have where I take away the special after the second training, it has significantly improved our signups because without a limited deal, people feel more comfortable in taking that third class and then not signing up, right? So it has drastically improved our signups. We signed up, I think, of March, we signed up 11 people, 12 to 11 people. I would say 80% or 70% of those people are on the special deal. Now,
Mhm.
once that special is over, we will come back and talk about, possibly a longer term of membership. So that deal is just to get people in to the gym and, find if they truly like the jujitsu. And then if they like the community, we kind of reel them in and then
Okay.
we sign them up for a
Nice.
longer term.
And you signing up maybe 2 to 3 people a month before that.
Yeah, we were signing maybe 1 to 2, not even 2 to 3.
Wow.
At our start, there was a surge, right? Like when we started new jiu-jitsu gym on the block, right? Everybody's like, oh, okay, the people in the surrounding area, they come by, they check it out. We were signing up about at our start, maybe like 5 people a month, right? Slowly getting there, slowly getting there. And then from August all the way till roughly January, before we started working with Azorian, it was very, very, very slow, very small incline. We were pretty stagnant for a bit, maybe again, one to at most 3 people a month. And that was like on a good month, right? Like so it's a drastic difference. Lots of people coming in, lots of uniforms I've got to wash. Um, but you know, it's a good thing, right? It's
Yeah.
good to suffer in those issues, right? Those good issues.
I remember you complaining to us, me and Sam, about that last time I was on the call, right? Having
Yeah,
to do the uniforms, yeah. Uh,
yeah.
awesome, man. And I think like now we're getting that process dialed in. We're starting to
Mhm.
think about how we can expand the leads even further, like leverage that. And one idea you came up with that we've seen other clients do, but I think you applied it in a really clever way is the business cards in different environments, right? Do you just want to let everyone know a little bit about that?
You're talking about like exploring into other communities to possibly,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah, of
QR
course.
code at rock climbing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, I had an idea about possibly exploring and putting our business out to other communities that are similar. And I had talked with you and Sam and we had gone over it and it was a great idea because um I would say out of the let's say a month we get 40, 30 people in the door, whatever it may be, 10 to 15 of those people are people who have done indoor rock climbing. Now, when I speak about jujitsu and rock climbing, they're both very similar. They both use all four limbs, right? They both help with coordination and um, creative thinking, right? So, a lot of the people who I would indoor rock climb with were very interested in jujitsu. And when they did try it, they were even more interested and more inclined to invite more people to try it. So, there's a very big connection within those two communities. And just going over it with you guys kind of boosted my confidence in actually making it happen, which is in progress right now. I'm speaking with the um, the head of that gym, that indoor rock climbing gym, and soon we'll be having deals running between, I'll have my QR code there, like claim your free class of jujitsu, and vice versa, right? We'll have a rock climbing QR code there so that our jujitsu people can try rock climbing, right? And they complement each other very well, seeing as indoor rock climbing helps the grip strength, right?
Mhm.
So jujitsu and rock climbing kind of do go hand in hand, and it's a very good opportunity to take, especially seeing as the communities connect very well.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And I think we've seen other people apply it and it's been super effective. And the nice thing is having that QR code with the booking link, our
Hmm.
team can then follow up and handle that process still. So we're still handling it
Exactly. Yeah.
for you
So
guys.
whenever somebody is scanning that QR code, it's not me doing the work, right? I have that weight taken off. It's I can see the text messages, of course, and I can intervene, but I choose not to because you guys are doing a great job. I mean, you're on top of it. You kill it every time, and it's a very good process that we've got going on as of right now.
Nice. And we'll be on our way to 100 members by the end of the year at this rate, which will be a
Yep.
big old feat. I know that was like pretty much your original target when you stepped in with us, right? Uh,
Yes. Yeah.
okay, so a few more months and we'll get there. And any other tips, like on top of mind, working with us, things you've seen that have applied, things that have worked really well? Is there anything else you'd advise other gym members on in terms of really seeing that boost in membership and sign up?
If I had to say anything is promote, promote your own business, right? Word gets out that you are, the jiu-jitsu guy, and word spreads very quickly, right? Impact other communities, right? Don't just sit on just the jiu-jitsu community. Impact other communities like yoga communities, all types of communities that are similar to any physical activity, right? You want to get as many people from diverse backgrounds and hobbies to try it out, right? When you stay in this bubble of just jujitsu, or you stay in this small circle, you tend to kind of be stagnant and not so open. You're not kind of because when people are looking to join, they're looking for a free, judge-free, open experience, right? And a lot of these big commercial, um, essential warehouse jujitsu gyms are very uh, corporate-ish. There's not much personal connection, and I think actually doing the work yourself and going out there and handing out business cards and saying what you're about and what you represent, and just being within the community of where you're located, whether it's a swimming event, whether it's a kids fundraiser marathon, whatever it may be, you should be inclined to show up and promote yourself and talk about what you love. Because when I talk about jujitsu, which is what I love deeply, I can talk about it for a long time, and people
Mm.
can feel that natural love and interest that you have, and it almost inspires them or encourages them to do that as well. So if I had any tips, um, listen to Sam and Rob. They're great guys. They help you out, and I definitely would promote yourself. Promote yourself like no other. Choose any time to promote yourself. Whenever you've got that free time over the weekend, go to a community you're not comfortable with, and just show out and tell them what you're about, and you will get people within your door.
Yeah, 100. And it comes back to that idea of the seven touch points, right? Like most advertising companies, you need to experience it maybe seven times. Maybe they see you at a fair, maybe they see your business card or rock climbing, then they see the Facebook advert we've posted. Maybe they then go and see your Instagram profile, and all of that
Yep.
stuff works in succinct with each other
Hmm.
to actually get them through the door. It might not just be that initial ad or that initial card that does it. Um, awesome. One last thing, like, if someone's sitting on the fence, like yourself, you've had bad experiences with other agencies. You've not really seen that impact and that effectiveness of it. If someone's sitting on the fence, uh, thinking about maybe working with us, me, Sam, Hugo, and the rest of the team, what would you say to them?
If you are sitting on the fence about joining Zorian, I understand where you are as a small business owner. We, w- my father and I, we were on the fence about joining Azorian as well, seeing as, you know, being a small business owner, it takes time for a business to profit and have, you know, that abundance of of money and finance. And we were on the fence about Azorian for a bit, seeing as we couldn't put forward that investment in our business at the time. And when we joined Azorian, we still couldn't, but we made that step, that sacrifice to invest in a good company, a you know a personal connection with people. And that initial step, right, it's just like when you step on the mat for jiu-jitsu. It's a pretty big step. You're taking yourself and putting yourself in an unknown territory. And if I had to say you were on the fence, I would definitely go with your gut and trust Azorian, especially with all of these other marketing companies who, you know, they advertise about personal connection. They advertise about, 90, like 150 students within 3 months, right? I would trust Azorian. They keep it real, they keep it straightforward, and they're extremely helpful. And if you're on the fence, I would definitely consider thinking about your business and what you want, how you want to thrive, and what you're willing to do to make that happen. And I have to let you know that Azorian was probably the best step in my business for a long time. It was definitely the right direction, um, and I will never regret it.
Wow. Oh, I love to hear that, man. And I think it's that uh, you've been great to work with, and I think you and your dad having that investment mindset of because one thing we cover with you is that long lifetime value, right? Like the member
Yeah.
might pay you $130 on that special deal initially, but if
Yep.
they stay with you for 2 years, that's then $180 moving forward
Every
every next
Yeah.
few
So it's a
years.
couple thousand, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a very big plus to have connections and genuine interaction with people and not be kind of blocked out by, AI,
mhm.
um, automated emails, or like an AI automated system through text, right? It's personal, one-on-one coaching and marketing help. They're not just doing the job for you, they're also teaching you how to do it. And I think that's a win-win.
Nice. Awesome, man. I really appreciate you doing the interview. I hope everyone that's listened to this gets some value from it as well. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see you at 100 members very soon. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yeah, we will be there. Don't
beautiful.
worry.
All right, perfect. Oh, you done really well, man. Smashed it.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I sometimes think I talk too much.
Ah,
Like I'll be talking and kind of reiterate the same thing just in different words. But
that's all good. That's all good. You've done well. I've been on interviews before, and it's like we have to really edit it down afterwards, but that's perfect. I think that's around 30
okay.
minutes dead on. So, they were
Sounds
really
good.
good. Uh, ch- 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 uh, coming away from this, two things if you could do them for me.
Mhm.
If you could do like a 2 to 3 minute hold your phone in your hand selfie testimonial video. So just like a
Yeah.
condensed version, but we kind of like have shorts and then shorts can link to the interview. So that's kind of process there.
Yeah.
Uh, and if you could, while we're doing that, if you could leave, I'll send you the link to the Google review. If you can leave us a Google review as well. What we'll then do is me, Sam, and you go do a Google review for your side as well. So we'll leave something just saying it's really good working with you. You put a lot of effort into your gym, how it's run, and everything like that.
Hmm.
So if you can get those two things done for me, we'll do the Google review for you, and then this will get edited, and we'll let you know when it gets posted and put up.
All right. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Would you like that video this week, preferably?
Ideally, as soon as possible. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, so by end of week would be perfect.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. I'll send you a WhatsApp as a reminder of that, and then I'll chase up the billing stuff and let you know around that. Um, have you got classes today?
Yes, sir.
You've got like seven today, haven't you?
Yeah, I
Is
think
it
so. Most of them are
seven?
adults. I did want to also touch on if me making or sending those scripted videos for
Mm-hmm.
let's say for the kids, for example, does that boost? I mean, it's kind of a straightforward question. Does me giving you guys those scripted videos and you guys sending out those ads, does that boost the overall attention of parents and their children? Like, because I know for today, I think it's just adults for the most part. Um, but I was just asking if there's anything else I can do to help boost boost
The
the
kids side of stuff.
yeah, the kids side of stuff. But if there's anything I can do, just please let me know so
Look
I
at
can be
your
on top of that.
ads, my side. Yeah, I think some of the scripted videos, if you run through them, are specifically for parents or aimed at kids. So just make
Uh-huh.
sure you do scripted videos for those. I'll take a look through advertising as well, because like the ads, how they're performing at the moment are actually we're running at a really nice cadence. The nice thing about having those scripted videos is soon, like after maybe a month or two, those ads will start to dry out. People have seen them. We've hit the target audience. We then refresh them with something new. So it
Hmm.
might be like then we launched one that's focused on parents and kids with you actually speaking and showing them the gym. And a
Hmm.
parent that's been on the edge before sees that, sees your face, and then suddenly they come through the door as well. Uh, a lot of the time, scripted videos can outperform anything we've done before. A lot of the
Hmm.
time, maybe not as much, but you get high quality leads. They might not bring as many leads, but you'll get more high quality, more people that already bought into the process, and typically more signups. So
Yeah.
there's many, I'd say if you really want to focus on kids, like focus on those scripted videos first, and the welcome class video is super important. Oh, you've done the welcome class video actually.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, and then if you just do two or three for us for now, two, three, four scripted videos, send those over. In another month or two, we'll be like, okay, we want more scripted videos, and we'll just keep that process. So don't worry about doing like seven, eight scripted videos. Just get two or
Uh-huh.
three over to us for now. We'll
And
just keep
I can have like my own spin on them, right? Like I can just like
personalize them, man. Make them as
okay, cool.
they're there as a structure for you, but ultimately
Okay.
it's your gym and it's your atmosphere and your personality that you're selling, right? So they're just there as a real baseline core structure. Adapt and use words that are going to feel more natural to you as well. Yeah,
All right. All right. Sounds good.
perfect, awesome. Really appreciate taking time out to do this, and
Yeah, of course, man.
I think we have a check-in soon anyway, don't we? We speak again on Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be
I'll
speaking
speak in two
again.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
I'll
got a
see
role
you
play
then.
to do. What
Yeah.
was the role play? I can't remember what you
Yeah,
said.
we've got to role play that scenario because I have a little bit of trouble with that.
Cool.
Um, like for example, I think there was a lead for like this kid. His name was Makai, right?
Hmm.
Um, and his mom was saying like, "Oh, we'll sign him up on the third day, right?" Third day comes around, and then only he shows up in the gym.
She's like hidden away, drops him off. Okay.
She's not there, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, Makai, like, how are you doing today?" He's like, I'm good." And I'm like, "Oh, where's your mom?" And he's like, "Oh, she's not here today. I think she just dropped us off." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I had to talk to her today, right? And he was like, "Oh, well, I don't think she'll be coming in today." I'm like, "Okay, you know." And I I texted her, I texted her, what was it? I said something. Here, let me find that. Just search up his name. I said, "Hey there, this is Coach Braden from Sumo Jiu-Jitsu. I thought we were going to sign up Makai today. To my surprise, he was only there with his sister. Are you still interested in signing him up?" She said, "Yes, I am. Let's talk tomorrow," right? So she's already like diverting it to the next day, whatever it may
Next
be.
day.
And that next day, I call her at a reasonable time. You know, it was I think the next day was a Tuesday. So I called her around like 6 p.m. You know,
Hmm.
typically when people get off of work, I got no response. I call her again, left a voicemail, you know, whatever it may be, and then I texted her and I never got a text back. So I think it's more so like I need to be a little bit more firm with the expectation of that third that third attendance, or I need to be more firm with the special, I think, because I don't think I told her about the limited time for
Time.
that special,
Yeah.
which lost her inevitably. But that was my first mistake, and you know, learn from mistakes. But
100%. You only let it happen once, right? That's the
yeah,
because I think ideally you closed on one or two, not waiting to the third in the first place. I
yeah,
would say sometimes it's better to, like if you're chatting to a girl, you don't want to come across as desperate as well, like that kind of side
yeah,
of things.
yep,
So maybe like if you do find yourself in that, they've come for the third trial, you've not been able to speak to the parents for whatever reason. If you have a good feeling about them overall and it's worth like the extra time spent, maybe just being like, hey, really sorry we didn't get to see you today. It'd be great to have whoever the kid name is come in again. Like, happy to offer you one extra free trial day. When are you free this week? And just get them in again where you can actually have them. It's so hard
connect,
to handle a sales process over text or by phone. Like once you have them face to face, that whole process is a lot simpler.
yeah,
Um, like even in my sales day, people be like, "What's the price?" And it's like, "No, we've got to get on a Zoom call to discuss it." I would never ever try and make a sale over the phone or via text. It's always let's get on a
yeah,
Zoom face to face because you can read the
yeah,
room, you can read their face and everything like that. So sometimes in those instances, if it ideally we don't get to this place in the first place, but if it does, it's like just get them in the door again somehow if you feel
yeah,
confident you can sell to them. And you have a much better time doing that than in this instance where they can ignore you, not reply, and then you're kind of
yeah,
at a
yeah.
loss,
I tend to do that. I myself just figured out that's much better, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will ask like, hey, you know, I'm interested in trying it out. You know, how much does it cost,
Hmm.
right? And I'll be like, hey, you know, I'm very happy you're interested. Here's a link to try our free trial. I would love to talk to you at the academy about, you know, our memberships and stuff, whatever it may be, after you've tried, right? Because how are you gonna know if you like it or not, right? So it's much better to have the person there because
Yeah, to the
um,
100%.
when I show them the pricing, I can give explanation and I can give, um, you know, experience. I can give professionalism, right? All that stuff. And when you just kind of shoot them that picture of the pricing, it's kind of a very
Done.
big disconnect. So yeah, it's much better to have them in person. I try and shy away from sending it and try and get them in first so that I can talk to them.
What if they push back? Like, have you got 5 minutes? Like, what if they're like, no, I want to know the pricing.
I have had that occurrence once where they're like, "No, I'm really looking at other gyms." Right? That's another thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm looking around at different gyms, and I just wanted to see your pricing." Right?
Hmm.
Um, Typically, whenever somebody says that, I will most likely just send them the pricing,
Pricing.
given as they're looking. You know, some people have certain ways of going about it. You know, and when somebody
Mhm.
states their goal and everything it may be, um, it's difficult to figure out what to say next because when that pushback or when somebody pushes back, it feels like um, I'm being a little like gatekeeping a bit, you know, like gatekeeping
Yeah.
that information because I want them to come in. So they kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to give off again that impression that I'm desperate for them to come in. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
either I kind of meet them in the middle. I think it'd be best to send them like the special, for example. So it's like the lowest rate, so they're not so
I'd still
overwhelmed by.
always avoid sending it. A
Yeah,
super, super simple, we can go into it in more depth another time, but like a super simple word track for that. And it works in two ways because it makes it sound like it's a more personalized experience for them, and you're still holding the price back. It's being like, hey, actually, until we meet and I work out your skill level and what your needs are, I don't actually know the pricing. Like I need to get a better understanding of you. We have more of a personalized approach here. So once you come in and do a trial class and I get to assess what you're like, and
Hmm.
how often you can attend, then what I can do is put together some custom pricing for you and let you know exactly how much that be. And then from them, it's like, oh, he can't give me a price because he doesn't know all this stuff. So you kind of like cut the head off entirely.
That's
And you've
good.
also
Yeah.
said, hey, this is a super personal experience. I care about you, and this is going to be a customized plan approach to you and your needs. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like a double-edged sword there. It's a super effective way of approaching that.
Yeah, that's
So
good. I have to do that.
yeah, so keep that in mind next time. Just essentially varied approach, custom pricing. We don't know until
Hmm.
we know you. So come in for a trial, and then I can lay out everything for you once I've got a better picture. Yeah,
All right. Yeah,
perfect.
that sounds
Awesome, man. But we'll do some role play on Wednesday, and then yeah, I'll send you over that stuff, and I'll chase up the billing our end. Yeah,
sounds good. All right. I'll get you that video as soon as possible. Okay.
legend. Have a good day.
All right. You too, brother. I'll see you.
Bye.